being involved as long as I have had an interesting perspective. In a lot of ways, nothing's changed. The fact is that people want to remain at home. They've wanted to remain at home for a long time. Just the polls have kind of shown that year after year after year. And the challenges, though, are the aging population numbers that I really don't think that people have a grasp on. I think we all see the baby boomers, 10,000 a day, turning 65. But if you look at the last decade, in America, you had just about 1,000,003, 1,000,004 people aged 80 years. You got to the 80-year age range. So 1 million new people got to 80. In the coming decade, that goes to about 2.5 million people. So it doubles. So the biggest challenge that we have is how are we going to care for all of these people? And the scary number is the next decade from 2030 to 2040, that doubles again. It's over 5 million people will reach the age of 80 at that decade. And the challenge that we're all facing is how do you manage that? Everyone wants to stay home, but you don't have enough caregivers to help those people age safely. As you reach 80, you tend to see the decline that really starts hitting us all. Mobility is really challenging at that point in time. There's numerous things that can go wrong with an individual. So the need for technology to come into play and the acceptance. The good thing is that technology's had a really tough road over the last 10 years. And that's primarily because of adoption. Individuals that are aging 80 in the last 10 years have not been as willingness to accept technology. The next decade is going to get a little easier. And thankfully, by the time we get to that 2030, it's going to be pretty easy because those people are going to have been using technology in various aspects of their lives leading up to that point. So they'll be more accepting of the things that are out there. But there's really cool things that we're doing right now that's going to help with keeping an eye and keeping someone safe and knowing when we need to be intervening with someone. The idea of an hourly caregiver with someone for multiple times a day is going to need to change. It's just simply the numbers. You can't make a match because there's not enough caregivers to the number of people. And so there's going to be a dramatic shift in our industry to how we're dealing with that. So that's probably the biggest challenge. And to say that things haven't changed that much, it's you've seen a rise in the Alzheimer's diagnoses among people with dementia. So that's been one of the challenges for a lot of companies. But the solution has kind of remained the same. If you want to stay home, you've got to get a caregiver in there. And that's something that we've really worked to try and make that scheduling easier, to make the caregiving experience more positive for people, really understanding what their needs are and delivering services that meet those needs.